Welcome back to another explainer. Look, today we're putting you squarely in the shoes of the hero, because you are about to embark on one of the most rigorous quests in the modern fintech landscape. We're talking about securing an offer to become a senior business analyst at Nubank. We're going to crack open their official hiring playbook together and transform what looks like an impossible gauntlet into a clear, visual path forward. So, if you're ready to level up your career, you are in exactly the right place.
Okay, let's dive right into this with a quote straight from their strategic materials. What brought us this far is not what will take us forward. You see, Nubank isn't just trying to maintain the status quo here. They are constantly evolving to become the absolute largest and most loved digital bank in the world. And because of that massive ambition, they're actively hunting for candidates who can adapt, innovate, and really thrive in a high-stakes, fast-moving environment. They don't just want good analysts, they want pioneers.
Think of our agenda today as your quest log. We'll be hitting 1. The future is purple. 2. The new work model. 3. 7 stages to success. 4. Mastering the business case. 5. Culture and final interviews. And finally, 6. Life as a Nubank BA. Let's jump in.
All right, Section 1. The future is purple. Before you even think about writing a line of code or running a data model, you really have to understand the overarching mission of the company you're trying to join. When you walk into their offices, whether that's in Brazil, Mexico, or Colombia, you are stepping into a culture that demands you make the extraordinary happen. Nubank was born to revolutionize the financial market and completely free people from complexity. They're looking for people who are ready to make a huge, tangible impact on millions of clients. Honestly, if you're just looking for a quiet background desk job, this probably isn't the quest for you.
To actually survive here, you need to embody 5 core values. And listen, these aren't just corporate buzzwords painted on a wall. They are absolutely essential character traits. You have to be fanatical about customers, hungry to challenge the status quo, think and act like an owner, build strong and diverse teams, and pursue smart efficiency. If you can't seamlessly weave these traits into your interview answers, you simply won't survive the eliminations. It's that simple.
Moving right along to Section 2, the new work model. Let's look at the practical reality of where you'll actually be doing this work.
Nubank is intentionally evolving into a highly structured hybrid model, and here is how it's rolling out. Phase 1 in January 2026 kicks off the transition. But mark July 2026 on your calendars because that's when Phase 2 starts, and about 70% of teams will move to a mandatory 2-day-a-week on-site schedule. By January 2027, Phase 3 ramps that up to 3 days a week. Why the shift? Well, bringing teams closer together physically fosters spontaneous conversations. It accelerates innovation, and it builds a really deep sense of belonging. They literally want you in the room making decisions together.
Now for Section 3, 7 stages to success. Grab your notes because this is where the rubber meets the road.
The magic number here is 7. There are 7 distinct stages in the business analyst hiring process. And here's the kicker. Literally every single one of them is eliminatory. You stumble once, and your quest is completely over. So, no pressure, right?
Here is your high-level roadmap. Stage 1 is your initial application plus a code signal technical assessment to test your baseline chops. Clear that, and you unlock Stage 2, which is an informational webinar to align your expectations. Seems pretty straightforward initially, right? Well, don't get too comfortable, because right after this webinar, you are thrown directly into the deep end.
Which brings us to Section 4, Mastering the Business Case. We are going to intentionally slow down the pace right here because we are now entering the absolute boss battle of the hiring quest, Stages 3, 4, and 5. You are going to face not 1, but 3 separate 1-hour live collaborative case studies with current business analysts. As this quote highlights, to improve data-driven decision-making, we follow a process that starts with the solution design and ends with its monitoring. BAs are essentially the guides of a decision throughout its entire life cycle. So your interviewers are going to aggressively test your analytical logic, your business acumen, and your ability to construct data-driven solutions in real time.
So, how exactly do you beat this boss battle? With this specific 4-step framework. 1. Define the problem clearly. 2. Find the root cause. 3. Create logical hypotheses. And 4. Support those hypotheses with solid data. Let me tell you, the biggest trap here is blindly jumping straight into the math calculations. Just don't do it. Always structure your logic first.
Here's a crucial secret for these live cases. They aren't just looking for the right mathematical answer. They're actually evaluating your collaboration skills. So take the time to fully understand the problem,
Ask probing questions to pull additional info from your interviewer, verbally share your thought process, reason about the trade-offs out loud, and do not be afraid to ask for feedback. You have to show them how you think, not just what you know.
All right, Section 5, Culture and Final Interviews. If you survive the 3 business cases, you transition to the final 2 hurdles. I like to call these the wisdom tests.
Let's look at how these final stages build your profile. Stage 6 is the talent acquisition interview. It's a 40 to 60-minute broad assessment evaluating your technical skills, behavior, motivators, and your English level. Then, Stage 7 is the final boss, the hiring manager. This is a 45 to 60-minute hyper-focused deep dive into your relevant projects, your exact cultural match with the team, and the business unit context. This is where you prove you're really ready to take ownership.
And finally, Section 6, Life as a Nubank BA. Let's illuminate the ultimate treasure that awaits at the end of this grueling gauntlet.
The really fascinating quirk of this whole process is that you aren't actually applying for one rigid desk. Candidates are matched to specific roles and business units only after successfully completing all the stages. So depending on where your profile shines, you might become a credit BA actively developing risk models and credit policies alongside data scientists. Or you might become a fraud BA, designing defense policies and monitoring suspicious activities to hunt down bad actors. The process ensures you're placed exactly where you can make the absolute biggest impact.
And the rewards? They are incredibly comprehensive. Clearing the gauntlet unlocks equity potential, the New Care Psychological and Financial Assistance Program, 17 days of paid vacation plus 3 personal days, and a massive 30-day Aguinaldo Christmas bonus. They even offer relocation and work-from-home allowances to get you totally set up for success in your new hybrid environment. It's a seriously impressive package.
Well, we've decoded the map. You know the exact 7 stages, you understand the hybrid future they are building, and you've got the 4-step framework to conquer those live business cases. The path is incredibly steep, for sure, but the reward is a seat at the table of the world's most loved digital bank. So I'll leave you with this final, provocative thought. You have the playbook. Do you have what it takes to make the extraordinary happen? Dive in, start preparing, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.